Good morning and welcome back to a brand new video. It's an absolutely stunning day here today. The nights are still wonderfully frosty, but it feels like spring is just around the corner. The buds are coming out on the trees, flowers are on the ground, and we've got lots of exciting stuff to get on with today. We're the indie projects, Bee and Theo. In 2017, we bought an abandoned property in Central Portugal and spent the last few years turning it into a fully fledged homestead, converting an old stone barn into a cosy tiny home. Working non-stop and overcoming many obstacles, it turned out better than we ever could have imagined. As one chapter closes, another one begins. Our dreams of living even more remotely in a fairy tale forest with space for animals to roam and our passions to grow became a reality. Before we have even moved there, it was devastated by a huge wildfire, drastically altering the landscape. Immense flash floods followed as the land couldn't hold onto the water. Follow us as we carve out our new life on Miracle Mountain. This keeps shocking me today. So we're just going to head down to the garage because Theo's picked up a new chainsaw that he's very excited to use. We've got a lot of wood to cut, as you know. We are living on a mountain forest property and it's still winter and we're using our fire, so we've got lots of wood to chop still.
I cannot wait to get it set up. I need to add some oil, some fuel, and then get it going and chop some firewood because the nights at the moment are literally below zero.
They are chilly, and that's Celsius, obviously not Fahrenheit. We are still in Portugal, not Alaska.
Are you ready? By the way I ask, I'm not sure I am. What are we waiting for? When does it ever turn out the way you planned? I'm not sure that it can.
These days coming into spring are absolutely glorious. What a day to fire up a new chainsaw. I'm going to drive back up to the house because that is where all of our wood, the eucalyptus that we brought from our off-grid property over. I just can't wait to use this to chop some wood up, but more so get into the actual forest, fell some big trees and create all of our firewood for next year.
We thought before we headed back up to the house, we'd just come to the terraces, and right now I'm standing on almost the topmost terrace, and they have transformed so much over the last few months.
So one thing we really struggle to do on camera is show the sheer size of this area and our property. I'm about halfway along now the top terrace that has recently finished being cleared. It's been a monumental task to do so. All of the remnants from the fire that was left over has now been burnt, and now it's a lovely big lush field, which is perfect because soon we're hopefully welcoming 2 new sheep friends to our family here on the farm, and they got so much lush grass to get stuck in on. We've uncovered all sorts of different things on the property while we've been clearing it. It's quite amazing. I know I keep going on about it every single video, but the infrastructure that's already in place, it's incredible.
Each terrace has got a really clever irrigation system built into it. This one's probably the biggest that we've seen. It's ultra deep, and it's a really clever way of ensuring that every single terrace has enough water seeping through it. When it rains, these fill up and it seeps into the terrace. There's also pipework down there as well, so if there's just too much rain, it can then seep out elsewhere and not flood the place. But it's such an ingenious idea, and terraces have been around for thousands of years. It's such a smart way to farm.
Seriously, I absolutely love this area. If we keep walking up the road a little bit, there's an area that we've never shown you. There's many areas that we've never shown you, and that's not because we're trying to keep them secret. but it's just because it's so vast and there's so many of them.
I was going to say, there's so many areas we've not even seen ourselves yet.
But if I keep walking up here, you'll be able to see this beautiful area. It needs a little bit of work, not too much. It's quite clear at the moment, but there's some old weeds that need pulling up. But because it's so sheltered, you don't get much grasses or anything like that here, so it's not hard to maintain. I just love the sound of the leaves crunching underfoot. And we're actually thinking that we might put the caravan up here, and I'll show you where, but I just love walking through here. It's so peaceful with the birds tweeting, and we're thinking maybe the caravan could go in this area surrounded by the woodland.
Now we've settled into our home here on Miracle Mountain, we wanted to start a new morning ritual. Being on the go 24/7 means that we don't always get all of the nutrients we need from our diet alone. Ritual helps us fill in the gaps in our diet with no additives, colorants or fillers, just 2 easy to take capsules that provides nutrients to support a strong foundation for our health. There's third-party certification and testing with each batch for heavy metals, microbes and allergens.
I've been taking the Essential for Men 18+, which contains 10 high quality nutrients like vitamin A, D, omega-3 and zinc.
Ritual is vegan friendly, non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free and major allergen free. They're designed to be gentle on your stomach with a delayed release capsule where they dissolve later in the small intestine, the perfect place to absorb nutrients. I've been taking the Essential for Women's 18+ multivitamins. I take 2 capsules a day and they taste really delicious as a wonderful minty flavour, and they provide me with 9 key nutrients. So why not start a daily ritual that you can feel good about? Ritual is currently offering our community 20% off their first month. Just go to ritual.com/indie20 and start today. So we've got my mom coming to stay, and she went for a walk yesterday, and when she came back she was holding a leaf from this tree and she was really excited. Oh, I'm sorry, I ripped it off. I'm sorry, tree. It's a bay tree. Oh, I'm just so hyped to find this. This is such a massive bay tree as well, and anyone who does any type of cooking knows that bay leaves are just a staple for your cupboard. And
that's not the only one.
Is it not?
No, it is.
You kept that a secret. You didn't tell me that. I didn't even know it was in this area. I just spotted it and thought, that looks like bay leaves. And so I'm going to take a load, dry them out. They're so good for cooking, and I can't believe there's more than one. This is the biggest I've seen, and it smells, I wish that you guys could smell it. It smells absolutely divine.
I might have to leave Bee behind because she's obsessing over her new bay leaves that she found, but I'm just walking back to the UTV. And I just wanted to just verbalise one of my thoughts that I have every single day about how lucky we feel to own this place and have the pleasure of living here and bringing it back to its true glory. It's going to be a long project. It's going to take a lot of work. It already has. But wow, it's just, I'm lost for words, to be honest. I think about it, like I said, every single morning. I wake up and I look over the mountain and I'm just like, I'm so lucky. You know, what a place to live.
Am I in the shot before I talk? So I don't want to be talking if people can't see me. But yeah, we're so excited for this place to be taken back to its former glory and see it the best it's ever been.
It's already looking so amazing.
It is.
And when the sun shines, there's no better place to be. We're not even in spring yet, and I'm in a t-shirt and I could be in shorts. It's amazing, but I'm gonna hop back in the UTV and get this wood chopped up because I think tonight, -2.
Oh no.
Its weight in the gold we'll spend in all of our tomorrows.
So my new sawhorse arrived yesterday, which I'm super stoked about. This is going to make life a lot easier and means I won't be sharpening the chain on the chainsaw as much as I have. So all you do, and this is the Logasol Smart Holder it's called, But basically there's spikes in this and the spikes on the bottom, and you just wedge your piece of wood in there and then push down and it holds it super securely. So obviously you can split your wood, your firewood, nice and easy, super quick. This takes really large pieces of wood, but also really narrow as well. So it's super versatile. It's really light. I'm really selling this, but I used it quickly yesterday with the battery chainsaw and it was incredible. So I'm going to be taking this eventually up into the forest. So when I fell a tree, it goes straight in here. I chop it up, all of the chopped up firewood straight in a UTV, straight down to the log store, makes everything nice and simple. So I'm going to fire the chainsaw up for the first time and then get cutting.
Wash me not white as snow, make me black as fertile soil. For winter is a lonely season, but spring anoints your head with oil. Teach me not to judge or slander the hearts of other men. Teach me how to feast and dance when my brother's home. Light in the morning, coffee in my cup, the sound of your footsteps waking me up, the face of an old friend you haven't seen in years. Stories turn to songs and laughter to tears. These things aren't a given, they're a gift to behold. Like the first leaves of autumn, our breath in the cold.
There's actually a lot more up here than I thought there was.
We've got tons of firewood that's been sitting here drying that we need to take down because we are forecast probably 3 or 4 days of rain, and we don't want all of this dry wood that's been sitting here drying out to get soaked. So we're going to pile up the back of the UTV with all of this nice dry wood, because this can go straight in the fire. It's been sitting here
since September, I think it was when it was cut down.
for about 4 or 5 months, so it's all good. But there is way more than I remember.
Me too.
And this is just one pile. We've literally got probably 10 to 15 of these piles.
We have got quite a few of these piles, haven't we? Whoops, sorry, that was right between your legs.
I tell you what though, it's the best thing for your brain, just coming out here up the mountain and just getting some physical work done. You just feel so good.
It is good to be in the sun. And the forest and all the noises, all the birds. It's amazing the amount of birds that there are here.
All of this wood that's been chopped down was either already burnt in the fire or it was obstructing our pathways to get vehicles up here, so they just had to come down. So we'll make the most of them.
It is amazing being able to actually drive through here now with this.
Oh, and there's many more trails that need uncovering. It's going to be a network. It's just going to be really cool when people come to visit. And we can take them everywhere in the UTV.
First got this
To not
place
see
and we
it.
were showing people around. It would take so long because we'd have to walk everywhere. And it is pretty steep and tiring.
And it is nice walking places.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But when you got to carry wood, tools, and all of that stuff, it's just not practical on a day-to-day basis. We're going to have to do a lot more runs than I thought we were. I thought we might get it all in one truckload.
Oh, no way. It's almost full and we've only done one pile. Look at this one. It's got some amazing fungus growing on it.
And it's already chopped up, ready for the fire.
No, it's perfect for the huge fire that we have.
Need to build a log store ASAP, along with the 400 other things I need to do. We are not going to run out of jobs for the next 10 years. Right, I think that's it.
Okay, let's go
Let's
back.
go. One load.
When you're running out of breath, I'll be the one to give you rest. I'll be here for you. I'll be here for you. I'll carry you through heartache and trouble and nothing drag you down. I want you to know I won't let you go.
So we've just dropped off the first load and I nearly fell out the UTV there. And the wood, if you're wondering, at the moment, it's pine and oak. So really decent wood to burn. The oak will burn really nicely, really hot, really slow. And we've just got tons more to do. So we're gonna cut to a montage and get all of this wood. I feel like I'm playing Pokemon at the moment because we're just going around all of the forest trying to find piles of wood that we can burn. I've just hooked up the trailer to the car and we got some new shoes for the car. They're really cool. We've got these on our camper van as well. BF Goodrich, all terrains, brilliant for different areas around the land. Not that we need to use the car much, but when we do, going on all of the dirt roads to get to the property, they're very useful. And now we're heading down to the garage because we're going to pick up our wood chipper, bring it back up here, hopefully get it set up and get chipping. So the chipper is now all put together, and since we put it together, it's a lot easier to move because it's got this big handle around the top, so I can literally just wheel it. Bee's struggling to keep up with me on the camera. She's having to run. But this chipper's an absolute beast. It can take a really good sized branch, and we've got a lot of chipping we want to do because we want to clean this road around the lake, because at the moment we can't drive around it because all of the vehicles that we try and drive around it end up just scraping the roof and the sides. So we're going to start down here on all of these pine trees and just test out this chipper for the first time. But I'm going to get this into place and then just leave it for a second and then go and pick up the pole chainsaw so I can trim all these branches back, and once they're trimmed then we can chip.
It's all these trees here that are causing the issues. They're beautiful. It's a mixture of pine and other evergreen trees, but they're just way too overgrown. Some of them did also get burnt in the fire, but managed to survive and are still standing, which is lovely because they are beautiful. But these, it's just too much, and it's something that I'll be looking forward to trimming for a really long time.
So my weapon of choice today is this pole chainsaw. It's absolutely massive. And it's good because there's some high branches that I need to cut down, but also it's really useful for getting into areas where it's really quite sharp and there's lots of branches grown up together. So it means that I don't have to get in there, cut myself up like I've just realised that I have earlier. So I better get cracking because I can't wait to try the chipper, and we need branches to be able to chip.
Was it in my mind? Wearing red and white, standing in the street, where we left the night on motorbikes with wheels. Yes, in my mind, you never go away. Swaying till
So I've just finished chopping some branches down, and I need to learn by using the chipper what sizes the branches need to be cut down to. So obviously, can it take really long bits or do they have to be cut down smaller? So what I've done is cut down a decent amount, probably about 20 meters worth, and I'm going to fire up the chipper right now, see how it reacts to what I've cut down, and then in the future, well, probably in about 10 minutes, once we've tried this out, I can be cutting down with the pole saw and Bee can be on the chipper chipping what I'm cutting down, and we can work as a team and it'll be way quicker. So let's see if this fires up. Switch it on, give it a bit of throttle, fuel on, choke on. Honda.
So we've just finished chipping all of the bits that Theo had cut. It probably took about 10 minutes. It was very satisfying, very fun. And I'd say we've probably got about 30 meters along this road to continue doing. And I'm really looking forward to getting it done because it's already really satisfying seeing the changes that it has made.
Blown away by this bit of kit, to be honest. It's a real beast. I can see us using this a lot in the future, especially maybe up in the forest, because what we're doing right now is we're just allowing all of the chippings to go into the forest floor just here to my right hand side, and that will really help the whole ecosystem. And we will save some chips for Bee's garden for sure, for all the paths. But right now I'm going to fire back the pole saw and get on with it because we're going to lose light soon, and this is actually quite fun. We just finished our second batch and I've moved the chipper all the way down there. We're moving through this in lightning speed, way quicker than I thought we would. But I just wanted to show you some of the chippings. It's really nice stuff. And there's a couple different settings that you can use to get finer chips or bigger chips. I want fish and chips now.
That was amazing and also very tiring. Unfortunately, we lost out to the sun.
We have fully run out of light. It may look light, but it's actually, the sun's completely gone down and we're dusk. And to be honest, I'm knackered, but we've achieved so much. Just one day.
Yeah, just one day we've achieved so much. The chipper has blown us away.
Yeah, the chipper's amazing. We're going to be using that a lot more. And we have so much more to come because we're gearing up for basically the summertime.
Yeah.
So we need to get as much of this land cleared as possible, and it's just looking incredible.
It is.
I have dreams of in 3 to 5 years of this being like a National Trust forest or some sort of epic park. That's definitely what it feels like walking around.
Well, I need to go and hop in the shower, so I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching. I've actually just washed my hands and
I
they're
look
still
like I've been
filthy.
down the coal mines.
I feel like it too.
Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.